I'm Morgan Hawes. I'm a realtor with the Barkin Group at Launch Real Estate. I own my own development firm, House of Hawes, and I'm a real estate investor. I wanted to reintroduce myself a little bit because I've been throwing a lot of videos at you, and I feel like you should know how I got started. And that's the majority of the questions that I get. I'm only 25 years old. I got started when I was in college, so I have been in it for a long time, but it just doesn't seem like it. When I was in college, I thought that I would always have real estate rentals on the side of whatever career I had. I grew up, my parents, my grandparents always did that, so I thought that was going to be my passive income as I pursued what I thought at the time was neuroscience. After 1 month of basically crying to my mom about neuroscience, I decided that wasn't the path for me, and I wanted to be able to build passive income through real estate in a little bit more controlled manner, not just on the side of what I was doing. I realized I was skipping classes to pursue any class that had anything to do with real estate or development. So I decided, why would I make that my side hustle instead of just making it my career? So quickly I switched my major to business entrepreneurship, and at that same time, ASU came up with their new major, real estate development. So that was perfect. So went through that. Beginning of my sophomore year, I actually met Keith Walker, who is now my partner at the Barkin Group, because I decided I don't want to deal with dorms, I don't want to deal with roommates, I want to buy my own condo. So I bought my condo my sophomore year, and that kind of got me into the real estate game. And then I just awkwardly followed him and stalked the Barkin Group because they also did development side to try to get an internship, which they eventually obliged. I got my internship. I studied, I still had jobs while I was continuing to learn the nitty-gritty of the real estate business and the development world side, which was very different, but worked hand in hand with my majors, which was awesome. So fast forward my senior year, I was licensed, started to practice with Keith with actual clientele while he was taking on the majority of it, because obviously I was still in school and working, but got all of that practice underway, graduated, decided to commit full-time instead of part-time, which was the best decision I ever made, is just jumping first. And that's when I really started to take on my own clientele, working on my business practices, getting everything automated in my business system set up for my clientele, my investors, and then started taking on more of my own projects. So that's when I bought a house, kept the condo as a rental, so got more of that landlord experience, started building that passive income, then remodeled my that house. That's when I got more of the development side, the owner-builder side on my personal house, and kind of just started moving from there. Right when COVID hit, that's when I decided to start House of Hawes, which was a true development firm. And so we take on projects, no client projects, just my personal projects. We're either doing full remodels, additions, or teardowns and builds. I'm starting to ramp that up. We're going to be taking on multiple projects at a time. We were just doing one at a time. I'm now moving into another house. Well, technically I've moved in, but it's not done. Into another house that was a House of Hawes project, still is, but will not be available, unfortunately. And we'll kind of keep going that direction, but that's how I built House of Hawes. I wanted it to be unique. I wanted it to be a different kind of development or flipper. And that's kind of how I got started. And I'm going to continue going that path, getting more investment properties under our belt, getting some different kinds of investments under our belt when it comes to real estate. And that's a little bit about me and how I got started.